I swear, I don't know what to expect from Kaiju number 8 sometimes. I was expecting this to be a normal, run-of-the-mill Kaiju extermination episode, but then it turns out to be one of the best and most badass episode of the series yet. And bro, at this point, the side characters in this anime are the main standout. Sorry Kafka, but you're not him.
You are not him. You are not him. You are not him.
No, I'm not him. I'm just him.
It's time for the recruits to begin their first mission, and their mission will be dealing with the Honju that just randomly appeared out of nowhere. And this thing is a gigantic ass mushroom. For some reason, I only thought Kaiju could only be big monsters or something. I didn't think that they could take the form of a fungus.
Friendly mushroom.
Mushy giant friend.
The district has been evacuated and the recruits are on their way to deal with it, and Kafka is nervous as hell. Hoshina's squad makes it to the neutralization point, and the job of the recruits is simple. While Mina is on her way to handle the Honju, the cadets will eliminate the baby shrooms to make sure that they don't escape the area and prevent any more property damage, like Japan doesn't have that much already.
Yes, exactly.
Kafka is feeling the pressure to perform because of the possibility of losing his job and not ending up with Mina. So Ichikawa is like, bro, don't worry, you'll be fine. And he's like, I bet. All of the recruits hype themselves up and jump straight into action.
Nope.
Are you serious right now, bro?
At least he knows his limits. Safety first, bro. Safety first. So Kafka and the gang meet the CGI baby shrooms, and bro tries to remind everyone that he's the main character and gets his shit rocked by the mushroom. And he really forgot he had a 1% unleashed combat power.
You are dumb, unattractive, overweight, unworthy, untalented. Please don't ever feel entitled to win.
Kikuru gets locked in and easily starts taking out the kaiju. Kafka compliments her and she starts losing composure. Kikuru is a Kafka's tsundere. Listen, I could be wrong, but the way it's looking, she might start catching feelings for him. Obviously, he has feelings for Mina and he isn't gonna reciprocate because that's weird. He's 32 and she's like 16 or something, and that can't run, fam. But it could also be a situation that the reason why she likes him so much is because he's more supportive of her than her dad ever was. I hope she sorts out her daddy issues in the future. The other recruits start turning up as well, but Ichikawa is making a name for himself. Ichikawa's character is really starting to grow on me. Ever since they joined the defense force, he's been standing on business. He's even been praised by Hoshina himself, saying that he could surpass the 30% power limit and become a captain one day. These white-haired characters are something else, and Ichikawa is a real one because he's trying to do his best to become stronger so that Kafka wouldn't have to transform to blow his cover. I wonder how long he'll keep on doing that though. All of the cadets start putting in the work, and the older members of the defense force are salty because they suck. And Kafka, knowing that he can't compete with them, decides to use a different weapon instead, his brain. Kafka opens up one of the dead kaiju bodies, and using his experience of kaiju anatomy, he locates the core of the kaiju. The mushroom kaiju are completely different from the regular kaiju because the location of the core is different and they're able to reproduce. Kafka tells Hoshina this, and Hoshina is out here looking like a proud father. After all of the conflict that they had in the last episode, it's nice to see him acknowledge Kafka and appreciate him as an asset to the squad instead of a liability. His intel gave the team a huge advantage because it helps the guys on the ground to know what to look out for and to prevent the battle from going on even longer by destroying the organs that caused the kaiju to reproduce in the first place. Mina's team is busy taking care of the kaiju, and she arrives on the scene wearing a VR helmet and carrying a huge cannon. And this anime always finds a way to shit on Kafka. Just when it looks like my man is doing something good and he finds the motivation, bro, they just have to humble him so badly. And let me just say, Mina is her. This chick has a 96% unleashed combat power, and she uses that to charge her cannon. She shoots that mushroom straight through his chest, and that was so sick. And then she reloaded again and goes for the head, killing it. Now I know why all of the cadets want to be like Mina. She makes Kikuru look like Krillin. She has the highest power level so far. She did all that just to rub it in Kafka's face. She is so petty, she decided to keep on reloading and shooting the kaiju even long after it was dead.
Thank y'all for taking on this ride with me. You know what? Here go 2 more for y'all.
We get it, you don't like him. You don't need to do all of that. At this point, if I was Kafka, my focus would be getting the bag. Just stack your paper. You don't have a chance. The interesting thing about the suits and their power levels is that they're relative to the strength of the kaiju that they fight. For example, Kafka has a fortitude level of 9.8, making him the strongest kaiju so far. Mina has a 96% combat power, so if they were to get into a fight, there's a possibility that she could kill him, which is insane. It was also mentioned as well by Hoshino how different members of the defense force get special equipment which is tailored to their unique fighting styles. Mina's style relies more on the use of firearms, whereas Hoshino is more of a closed range fighter. This guy sliced up one of the mushroom kaiju without even moving. That's just ridiculous. The fact that he's the vice captain tells me that his power is somewhere in the 90%. He may not be as strong as Mina, but he isn't no slouch either. It's pretty cool how the captain and the vice captains of each of the divisions have different weapons and fighting styles. It makes things so much more refreshing that no one character will fight the same like the other one, which is just dope. The interesting thing here is that Hoshino mentioned how he comes from a family of hunters, which dates back to centuries. I thought the kaiju defense force was a modern thing, but it's not. Even though the Honju is dead, the Yoju inside its body start growing and they create a large swarm. The new recruits are tired, but they still continue fighting anyway to complete the mission. Ishikawa and Furuhashi made it all the way up front ahead of the group, and they both come across Kaiju number 9, and it looks like it was the one that was behind the attack is finally here. We're gonna get to see the fight between Kafka and this kaiju. Will Kafka become the undisputed kaiju champion, or will he get embarrassed in 4K? We'll find out in the next episode. I'm really hoping that Ichikawa doesn't die in the next episode because I really like his character. I don't really care about the other guy though, bro, he can go. This episode was amazing, man. The action scenes, the set pieces, it really felt like I was watching a sci-fi war movie at times. The main highlight in this episode was definitely the soundtrack. Throughout the course of the episode, the score was amazing from start to finish. Huge shout out to the composer of this anime, he's done a great job with this. I heard the next few episodes are going to be good and I can't freaking wait to see that. I've been enjoying this anime so far, man, and despite me making fun of Kafka and that, I do like his character. I'm really liking this world, the power system, and the mystery of the kaiju and where they come from. I hope to see where this series goes next. Thank you to everyone who took out the time to watch the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on the episode down below. Please check out the links in my description for some anime figures, and until next week, stay blessed.